This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor. This Sports Wrap special is being brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newberry Harbor, Brick Oven Pizza, Hearty Italian and American Fare, Barton's Insurance Agency of New London, Kentucky, and at their new office in Sunapee at 14 Pleasant Street. Bell Tate's Building Supplies in Andover and Sunapee. No matter the project, our experts will get you the materials you need.
Hey, welcome back to a very special episode of YCN Sports Wrap, focusing completely on this year's 2017 girls soccer team from Sunapee, New Hampshire. So after the Lakers beat Woodsville in the semifinals, they advanced into the championship for a very exciting matchup against the second-ranked Newmarket Mules. Newmarket snapped Sunapee's 32-game win streak back on October 13th with a 3-2 game. So another finals victory was definitely not guaranteed for the Lakers. Now without further ado, let's jump right into the Division IV Girls Soccer Championship game between the top-ranked Sunapee Lakers and the second-ranked Newmarket Mules. Sunday's D4 championship game at Laconia High School was the matchup everyone hoped for, with the two best teams in the division facing off for a third time. The Lakers and Mules split the two-game season series with the advantage going to the home team both games, so a neutral site location rubber match for the title seemed appropriate. Sunapee started off the game with solid midfield play and deep runs on Newmarket's net. There were moments, however, when the Mules forced Sunapee's goalie Suzanne Rickard to make multiple saves, but she was always up to the task. This defense translated into offense, and it only took 6 minutes for leading goal scorer Maddie Austin to put Sunapee on the board after a Sylvia Dalton throw-in. The ball went to freshman forward Abby Polari, who took a touch. It was then deflected by Austin, who quickly turned and booted the score past Mules goalie Madison Foster. This was Maddie's 46th goal of the season and 103rd goal scored during her Sunapee career, an amazing accomplishment. Sunapee continued to pour on the pressure offensively during the first half, as forwards Polari, Austin, and Hannah Cooney tried to move the ball upfield. The Mules defense did a nice job of propelling Sunapee's attacks and maintaining possession down the sidelines. By halftime, Sunapee held the lead with a score of 1-0, as the Lakers had outshot the Mules 10-5. The defense, led by Jackie Balch, Callie Durkee, Elizabeth Bennett, Kaylee Bean, Elizabeth Nichols, Sylvia Dalton, and others, did a nice job countering Newmarket's top players, which gave the Mules very few quality scoring opportunities. In the second half, a cold drizzle began to fall, and the Mules came out of the break with more fire, putting pressure on Sunapee's one-goal lead. Rickard was forced to record more saves as Newmarket's offense was starting to look effective. But Sunapee's defense never broke as the Mules' fatigue and frustration set in. The Lakers soon regained some offensive momentum, and with 13 minutes left in regulation, Polari was pushed from about 20 yards outside the goal, getting the free kick foul. Austin was given the shot, and she nailed a very impressive score over the front and to the back left of Newmarket's net, giving Sunapee the all-important insurance goal.
Sunapee goal scored by number 13, Maddie Austin.
The Lakers' experienced defense wasn't about to blow this 2-goal lead, as Sunapee held on during the remaining 12 minutes of play. The Lakers won the Division IV state title championship for the second straight season with a final score of 2-0. Sunapee recorded their 13th shutout win of the season and didn't allow a goal over 3 postseason games, outscoring opponents 10-0. Rickard made 6 saves in net for the champs. After the win, we caught up with a number of Sunapee players to hear what they had to say about the game and their second straight remarkable championship season.
When we were watching Newmarket the other day before their semifinal game, we were looking for the hole that they have in the midfield, and they play a high D, and so we were trying to play it over their D and get it through, and I think we did a really good job. We practiced a lot yesterday during practice, and I think we really worked on that and were able to do that successfully. Once again, thrilled about our defense. We've worked really hard to get to every single ball again during this game, and I think there were a couple parts where it was a little frantic in the middle. They play with 5 midfielders, I think, so there was a lot of kids and there was a couple unmarked at times, but I think especially our goalkeeper Suzanne was able to help us shut them out and really just get good touches on the ball, and when it did come to us, get it out of there and hit it up as hard as we could. At the beginning of the year, I didn't think we were going to be able to do it, but as the year went on and we kept doing better and better, we were able to, and I think that's really exciting. I think a lot of it was team chemistry. You know, we had a ton of kids leave, and it was a really athletic class. It was a big loss for the sports teams, but I'm really glad that we were able to come out and show that even without them, Sunapee's still somebody you got to try and beat.
So I think today our team played defense really well, and then once the defense won the ball, we were able to kick the ball up to the flags where we were able to possess, allowing goals to come through and opportunities for shots. I thought Jackie Bulch played really well. She's a stud in the back, and it's great to have her. Also, Maddie Austin with the 2 goals, obviously, and dropping back was really good, and Ellie had a lot of great balls. Our defense has always been amazing. I think a big part of that is we're able to recycle really well, so when one person gets beat, the next person is right there, so the offense from Newmarket can't get that far. Sunapee has always been a program that continues. It's not one group of kids. We do summer soccer, we go to Keene State Soccer Camp, which is a big help and allows some of our younger players to get the confidence they need. And I don't see the train stopping. I think we'll be right back here next year.
So our game today went as well as we thought, because when we were at the semifinals, we watched Newmarket when they were playing Epping, and Cooney was pointing out some things that we kind of knew before we played them, and now we saw for our own eyes, which was the difference between seeing it and knowing it was there and being able to attack it. So I was very proud of our team, keeping it up and always going hard on the 50-50 balls. The only thing I can do back there is be the wall and scream very loudly. So it feels good to have this end for my senior year, and say good luck to the team next year and the goalkeeper, Abby Rowell, who I have trained for the past 2 years now. So the defense in the semifinals did absolutely amazing. They held it down in the fact that we focus on zigzagging it out, building up. We don't go crazy. We don't kick it back into the other defense. And I can always depend on my Jackie Bulch and Callie Durkee, because they always know when to switch, when to recycle, which is going behind the other person. And I can always count on them. Even if I'm yelling at them, I know they already know what to do with the ball and how to get it out. And that's what kept my heart rate a little bit down today. We lost, I think, 9 seniors last year. And in the school itself, they were the idolized sports group. So when we lost them, it was a bit of a burden. And just for these seniors, my group of seniors, to step up and say, all right, we got to keep the tradition up. And I think our team knowing that entirely, and finding leadership not only in the seniors, but everyone on the team being a leader for the other, is not just the seniors that kept it together, but the team, the entire team.
Sunapee will lose 7 seniors to graduation, but once again, they'll be in good hands with players like Cooney, Polari, Bennett, Nichols, Dalton, Frederick, Moynihan, and more, returning for what should be another great Sunapee girls soccer season in 2018.
Congratulations to the Sunapee Lakers on their 2nd straight D4 Girls Soccer Championship and 4th title in the last 7 seasons. The Lady Lakers proved they can still compete without the legendary class of 2016, and not just compete but win championships. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when the Sunapee Girls Soccer Sports Wrap special returns, we'll be continuing on with player interviews. We'll also be taking a look at our Player of the Week award brought to you by Top Stitch Embroidery. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.